self-confessed hitman and security boss, Mikey Schultz, insists he has not been hired by the controversial company, Bazaza, or its CEO, Gavin Watson, to act as an enforcer or protector. He says he has never met the Watsons and isn't interested in getting involved with their affairs. Instead, Schultz alleges that former Bazaza COO Angelo Agrizzi, who he describes as a greedy clown, asked him to assault Watson in order to collect debt from him. Over the past week, Agrizzi has given explosive testimony to the Zondo Commission of Inquiry into State Capture, detailing the extensive corruption of politicians, prosecutors, and government officials. Prior to the start of his evidence, Advocate Paul Pretorius told the Commission about a series of threats that have been issued against Agrizzi as a result of his imminent evidence implicating his former employers. Pretorius told Zondo that Agrizzi had received a series of threatening and strange phone calls between December 2017 and March 2018. The allegation is made in relation to a warning given to Agrizzi telephonically that Watson could make people disappear. Pretorius also explained that in his affidavit, Agrizzi mentions that Schultz had been hired to protect the Watsons. There's evidence of an interaction with the private security person hired by Bazaza to protect its interests involving, amongst others, Mikey Schultz, who is well known in circles in Johannesburg and South Africa, said Pretorius. Schultz, who received indemnity from prosecution in 2010 for the murder of a mining tycoon, Brett Cable, says he doesn't know these people and they must leave me the FUCK alone. Schultz earned a reputation as a debt collector and muscle for hire during the late 1990s and early 2000s when he was a co-owner of bouncing outfit Elite. He also testified in court about how he had been hired to kill Cable in an apparent assisted suicide in 2005. He deposed to an affidavit in April last year in which he states that it was, in fact, Agrizzi who attempted to hire him to recover money owed to him by Watson. Schultz recounts how in March 2018 he received a phone call from a friend asking him if he knew Gavin Watson or a company called Bazaza. He had never heard of either of the two. A few days later, his friend came to his house and told him that a certain Angelo Agrizzi wanted him to intimidate Gavin Watson in order to soften Gavin up and ensure that Gavin pays Agrizzi 10 million rand that was owed to Agrizzi. His friend told him that Agrizzi would pay him a substantial amount for this service. Schultz says he told his friend that he was not interested in getting involved with illegal transactions to intimidate people to pay others. Agrizzi then allegedly requested a meeting with Schultz in April 2018, which Schultz agreed to. While everyone was talking, Agrizzi started speaking to me privately. I mentioned to Agrizzi during this general discussion that I have a non-profitable orphanage in the East Rand. Agrizzi started explaining that he wanted me to intimidate or arrange that a certain Gavin Watson is seriously assaulted, as this would ensure that Gavin pays Agrizzi an amount of 10 million rand that was due to Agrizzi as part of some sort of agreement. Agrizzi offered me 20%, 2 million rand, of the 10 million rand as payment up front. Agrizzi went further and told me that he has several other business ventures where he will include me going forward if I agreed to his request. I told Agrizzi that I was not willing to get involved with any illegal transactions, specifically not to seriously assault or arrange that a person that I have never met is assaulted, that he can get 10 million rand. I also asked him not to use my name again and not to contact me again. Schultz says that he is pissed off that Agrizzi has manipulated that meeting for his own benefit. I've got witnesses that were there. I said to him, listen, I'm not involved with any of this shit. My impression of him is that he's a greedy, fucking clown. I'm pissed off with him, hey. I would like to give his fucking fat face a slap, because he talks shit about me. He's a very self-centered fucking idiot. You can see he's got that aura that he thinks his shit doesn't stink. He's got that kind of personality. I don't like the oak much. Schultz also insists that he has never even met any of the Watsons. I've never met the Watsons in my life. I met this clown once by luck at the school. I'm not interested in that shit. I don't know the Watsons. I don't know these people. They must just leave me the fuck alone. Agrizzi has acknowledged that he met Schultz, reports Gil Cowan. In his complaint to the Hawks about various threats against his life, Agrizzi details a 15-minute meeting with Schultz in the parking lot of a school, during which the pair had a cordial discussion in April 2018. I noted that, in fact, innuendos were created by Gavin Watson, Joe Gomide, Louis Parsano, and Andres Dejaga. It was evident that in fact Mikey Schultz was not fully versed with the situation, and in my opinion I not want to get involved, his statement reads. Thanks for watching. Please comment, like, share and subscribe.